Good morning, people. Since we are practicing social distancing, I thought this would be a good opportunity to film a what I eat in a day video. Those are probably some of my most popular videos. And one good thing that we can think about during this time of chaos is that with fewer instances of eating out, chances are you have a really great opportunity to shed some extra body fat if you want to. So let's go ahead and get started. As a quick FYI, I'm going to be doing this what I eat in a day video on high carb, low fat, and if you've been following me for any decent amount of time, you know that I don't always do that. There are some times where I go vegan keto or whole food plant-based keto, which is possible. The whole food plant-based keto is definitely more challenging. If you want me to do a vegan keto or whole food plant-based keto, what I eat in a day video, let me know, and I will do that the next time that I end up implementing that as a strategy for my own personal goals. Today, high carb, low fat, what I eat in a day, and this is what I normally try to stick to. Now, I usually skip breakfast just because I'm not hungry and I just feel like, I don't know, forcing myself to eat in the morning if I'm not hungry is just, it doesn't seem wise, smart, or necessary. But, you know, today I'm kind of feeling like a little bit of breakfast, which is good because I did happen to make some overnight oats last night with the muesli that I bought. So let me show you the exact muesli that I purchased. Bob's Red Mill muesli. You can make this yourself basically from home by using a variety of, you know, oats and nuts and raisins and what have you. It's really good. You can make this hot or cold, so since these are overnight, I stuck them in the refrigerator. I've never really done it in this small of a container before. It's pretty packed. I might not have put enough liquid. I don't know. We'll see. But it looks pretty good. I'm probably going to put some fresh blueberries on top of this. Yeah, that looks much better. I normally don't eat on my videos because, frankly, I think it's disgusting to hear other people chew. But I am going to try this. It looks like it did soak all the way through. I'm really hoping that this is gonna be decent. That's really good. I wouldn't have to have the blueberries on top, but I like the blueberries. And berries are great for you. All right, so I'm gonna have this for breakfast. It's a little bit of a late breakfast, but that's okay. Yeah, that's good. Got my cold brew going on with some organic unsweetened soy milk. And if you have not tried cold brewing your own coffee at home, it is a game changer. That little bit of muesli did not hold me over, so I went ahead and busted into this. I normally don't have cereals in my house, but I did buy some really before the California lockdown happened. So anyway, this was good. It's done now. I had about a bowl's worth, just like a nice hearty bowl's worth with some soy milk. Now I'm ready to go take a nice long walk. The one bad thing about walking in Crocs is that you can hear me coming from a mile away. Screw running, I hate it. But walking, I love that. Say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
I'm gonna peel off while this guy does his rollerblading. I'll be honest, it feels really good to get out of the house, even if it's a tiny bit chilly. And everybody's being really good about walking around each other, so that's really nice. Done with my walk, it's time for a sumo orange. These are so delicious. If you have not tried them, don't know if you can get them, but if you can, do eat. These are so easy to peel, and I can only use one hand because I'm holding my phone with the other one, but the ease at which you can get to the fruit and the actual flavor of the fruit, just so sweet and wonderful. Highly recommend. You'll be happy to see that I finally put a little bit of product in my hair to make it somewhat stylish while I'm inside but filming, so it's all for you. I have Behind me, several sweet potatoes. I'm going to be slicing one of these up. I don't think I'll eat the whole thing, maybe half. And I try to get them into little slices like this. By the way, my dogs love these. They're much healthier than the crappy dog treats that exist out there. They like them raw, they like them cooked, they're fine for your dogs, and I also give them carrots, and one of my dogs loves watermelon. All these things are fine for your dogs to eat, but right now I'm going to eat them, so tough luck for them. I'm gonna just nuke them. I know that I'll get some hate probably in the comment sections like, oh, you can't use microwave, but it seems like the science says that it's fine to use a microwave, so I'm just gonna do that. The raw stuff is great. If you've never tried a raw sweet potato, they're delicious. One thing that I always try to get in, regardless of whether I'm doing high carb or low carb, is I try to get in my GBOMBS. I made a video about that. I will post it right up here. And it stands for greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds that come straight from Dr. Joel Fuhrman. Regardless of whether you're a fan or not, he makes some really great points about those types of foods, and it can be eaten either on a high carb or a low carb diet just fine. It just depends on what you're putting with those ingredients that will sort of give it the characteristic of either high carb or low carb. With that in mind, I'm about ready to have some cooked spinach, onions, and mushrooms just to get that in. I know it sounds kind of bland, but honestly, that's what I eat. I'll sprinkle it with a little tiny bit of salt and some garlic powder. Again, I know that sounds maybe a little bit weird, but it's what I eat in a day, so I'm just gonna be honest. Here is my bowl of spinach. I'm literally going to stick this in the microwave to cook it. It's lazy, I get it. I get it. That's the way that goes down. I sprinkled a little tiny bit of water on top of this so that it cooks better in the microwave. And then I will be, once this cooks down about halfway, I will be adding my mushrooms and my raw onions and cooking it the rest of the way. It feels, I don't know, it feels like I'm confessing something. But it's fine to cook and eat food this way. It's just a little bit embarrassing because it's lazy. I've got some cooked spinach here. Throw some mushrooms on top of that. Going to add some refried black beans. There is no added oil here, so that's good. I added the beans and the onions so I can get the greens, beans, onions, mushrooms part of the GBOMBS out of the way. Instead of adding salt and garlic powder, I'm just gonna add a bit of salsa. One final blast in the microwave. After giving everything a final stir, it kind of looks like a hearty burrito bowl. I'm pretty excited to try it. Here's the thing, it doesn't look that amazing, but what matters is how it tastes, right? So that's kind of how it looks. I stirred it all up. It looks a little bit, it looks gross, let's be honest. It looks a little bit gross, but let's just see how it tastes. Let's give it a chance. Oh, good. That's actually good. I don't know, I like it. It's not fancy, but it's good, and it's good for you. Whew, well, I just got done with my workout. Went to my garage out back, got that workout done. Whew, if you haven't seen my at-home full body, no weights or bands needed workout video, and if you are in isolation like most of us are, check that out. Get some blood moving. You seriously do not need anything fancy or expensive. Most of those workouts are just inclusive of your own body weight. And for the other ones, you can literally use at-home items to count as your weights. While I was in the garage, I did sip on some BCAAs. I don't really recommend BCAAs for anyone unless you're trying to build muscle. And just doing a regular workout just to sort of maintain normal healthy function is not the same as trying to build muscle. And even on the building muscle front, I'm kind of split on the BCAA thing. I need to do more research. The research that I've come across is not that impressive, to be honest, but let me show you the BCAAs that I use. Here are my BCAAs. Today I used the wild berry, which is why it's on top. It's vegan and doesn't have sucralose in its ingredient list, so that was really important to me. Next, I'm going to have a protein shake, just like the BCAAs, I really don't recommend this for anybody unless you are specifically trying to build muscle. The only reason why I'm trying to build muscle is because I compete in fitness competitions. Not that that matters this year, probably. I don't think any of them are going to be happening. But regardless, it's a good opportunity, I guess, for me to build some muscle, but most people really do not need to do this at all whatsoever. But if you are planning on building muscle and want a good protein powder, I've tried a bunch of different vegan ones. I like to support the vegan companies, but this brand, they came out with a vegan line. They're not a vegan company, but they came out with a vegan line, and I love it so far, to be honest. It's Ghost, and Ghost has 3 different vegan flavors so far. One is pancake batter, guilty pleasure, and then they have a cereal milk line. I know that might sound really gross, but peanut butter cereal milk and chocolate cereal milk. I've tried the peanut butter one. It's delicious. I'm about ready to try the chocolate one for the first time. When I say delicious, I don't really mean in and of themselves. I don't mean that just mixing the protein powder with water is good. I think that all protein powders suck if that's what you're going to do. In order to make a protein powder truly delicious, I like to add half a banana, some ice, and maybe do about half water, half soy milk to the mix. And with the Ghost brand, if you add those little hacks, I swear they taste just like a milkshake. They are delicious. So I'm gonna try this chocolate cereal milk one for the first time right now. Here goes nothing. Let's try it out and see how it goes. That's really good. Really, really, really good. Oh my God, I can't believe how good this is. I have to recommend this. This is delicious. And it honestly, it tastes like a treat. It's dinner time and we're having a real meal. I don't cook very often because I'm not very good at it. I mean, I'm happy to heat certain things up, but I don't know, I'm just not that great of a cook. This is what my hubby made for dinner. It is a pasta using whole wheat elbow noodles, the Alfredo sauce that the Giroudi family posted, which I will link to here, and that is a really healthy recipe that also happens to be super good. I find it a little bit too tangy, so if I were to ever make this, I would probably dial the tang down a little bit, but it is pretty tasty otherwise. Then we do have some vegan crap, which is also really delicious. We have Gardein, like fake chicken strips. I added a little bit of freshly chopped spinach to top it all off. And I'll probably put some nutritional yeast on top as well. Before I sit down, let's go ahead and give this a quick taste. Oh my God. That is so good. That's really delicious. Even though it's a little bit tangy, I still like it. It's quite tasty. I'm going to sit down with this, and I'm going to also have a glass of red wine with it. I don't have wine every day or alcohol every day, but I'm going to tonight. I'm happy to say that I've already gotten my GBOMBS in because I had greens, beans, onions, mushrooms in sort of that one, I guess, lunchish type of thing earlier. And I had my berries and seeds for my breakfast. Cheers! Now it's time for a little bit of dessert. I love dessert, especially dark chocolate, and this is my favorite dark chocolate. It's by Vosges, Vosges, and they don't have very many vegan kinds of chocolate. Unfortunately, they used to have more of a variety, but this one remains. It's a matcha dark chocolate. It's expensive as all hell, but I tend to eat only 1 square or tops 2 squares at a time. So I'm going to enjoy this. This is 72% cocoa, and I can enjoy this regardless of whether I am on high carb or low carb. If I am on high carb, I understand that this has more fat than I would normally be ingesting, but generally speaking throughout the day, I do not have very much fat, so I just relish this. Anyhow, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment or a question below, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, ciao. You don't get to have any chocolate cereal milk.